Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to bring you an update on REEF Finance, a coin that I've been seeing a lot about recently, and I've recently started learning just a little bit more about. On first glance, it seems very interesting. So I thought I'd run through some technical analysis, talk about what I see happening with short-term and long-term. People in our Discord group have been talking about it a lot recently, so I figured, hey, why not? Why not take a look at it, right? So, folks, like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell icon to notify the notables as well. Check out our Discord group. Link for that will be down in the description below, where we talk crypto, technical analysis, resources, and important news articles of the day, that kind of thing. So yeah, check that out, folks. Bottom line is here. I see a few very interesting things going on with REEF here. We're kind of in this micro wedge here. Whatever way we break out of this micro wedge will be very telling for future price direction, because aside from this micro wedge, I do believe we're likely forming more of a macro ascending triangle. But aside from this, that ascending triangle, we're likely to see a breakout from this wedge within the next day or so here. Whatever way we break out of this thing, we're likely to trend in that direction for quite some time. And if we break out, I believe, if we take the height of this triangle and move it to the breakout point, could we hit, the kind of the 8-cent range? I definitely think so. If we can get above and hold above the 5-6 cent here, I do think we have a very good chance of hitting the 8-cent range in kind of like the short to mid-term here. So that's kind of what I'm looking at with REEF in terms of a breakout. In terms of a pullback area, because we could always break down, folks, I think kind of the, I'd say, 4-6 region to 4-5-7 makes sense. There's some volume building up in these ranges. We had some kind of price reactive zones here, like we whipped off these regions here. So I do believe this area will actually support. If this cannot hold as support, I do think we are likely, if this green support line and this area here cannot hold a support, I do think we're very likely to test the lower extremities of this ascending triangle, kind of around, I'd say either, the 4, yeah, I'd say 4-2 to kind of 3-9. I'd say we're very likely to test that region. That's where I would be looking to accumulate if indeed we fell down to those ranges. A lot of wicks here, a lot of volume building up in these regions. So yeah, that's where I would be looking to accumulate. Also, it's pretty close to the lower extremities of this green support line here. So if we fell down to here, if we break down bearishly, we fall down here. If I weren't in REEF and I were so inclined to get into REEF, I'm not saying I'm going to do this, but if I were to do this, this is where I would place my buy orders for sure. Kind of 42 to 39. That's where I would be. Sorry, 4 cents to 3.9, 3 cents. So that is where I would be looking to accumulate. And if we cannot hold these regions, I do think we're falling back down to kind of the 3.45 range, 3.45 to 3.1. I do think that's where we fall. A lot of sideways price action here, a lot of volume building up here, and a very important EMA, the 100 EMA on the 4-hour. As we can see here, last time we pumped, dumped, found support there, pumped, dumped, found support there. So the 100 EMA on the 4-hour is what I think is going to be the most critical support level for REEF. If and when we start to fall below the 100 EMA on the 4-hour, I do believe REEF is no longer short-term bullish, and we need to rethink REEF's price structure here. Just to read a brief snippet from their website here, just to kind of explain what it is. So REEF is a smart liquidity aggregator and a yield engine that enables trading and access to liquidity from both centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges, while offering smart lending, borrowing, staking, mining through AI-driven personalized REEF yield engine. That is actually very, very interesting. They also have a pretty comprehensive roadmap here. I'll leave a link down in the description below to their website so you can do your own research. I'm not into this thing, but I do find it very interesting. I'm not telling you guys what to do, but this is for your own research. I see a lot of people talking about it, so I'd figure I'd throw you guys a bit of a bone here and kind of break this down for you. These are the support targets I'd look for. If we break down bearishly from this wedge, I do think we retest these regions. That's where I would start to dollar cost average if I were so inclined. If we can break above kind of 5-6, the 5-6 area, 5-7 really. If and when you see 5-7 REEF, I would consider that bullish breakout territory, and I do think that impulse can bring us to right around 8 cents. One of our fib extension levels are right there, and the height of this triangle takes us to a little bit over 8 cents. But I think 8 cents is kind of reasonable. It's better to be conservative than over optimistic. So that's what I'm looking out for REEF, folks. If anything interesting further happens, we'll definitely be talking about it on this channel and in our Discord group. Link to join that will be down in the description below. And as well, another chart that's always important to look at to try and gauge what the altcoins are going to do is the Bitcoin dominance chart. The Bitcoin dominance chart is the total value of Bitcoin in comparison to the total value of all cryptocurrency. Whenever it rises, alts typically suffer. Whenever it falls, alts typically benefit. And we're currently testing a major support level for Bitcoin dominance. So if and when we break below this green box area, Bitcoin dominance could really start to fall, which would allow, if we leave these regions, I think specifically kind of the 5-7, as soon as we see a Bitcoin dominance in the 56% range, I think the alts are flying. That's just my opinion, though. I'm not a financial advisor. These videos are not financial advice. I'm just some dude on the internet who likes to rant about lines. So as well, it's obviously important to keep an eye for Ethereum and Bitcoin. If they decide to tank, that's likely to take the rest of the market with it. Whatever they do, the altcoins follow suit. So folks, those are my thoughts. Check out our Patreon group. We offer a VIP Discord group to certain tiers where they get access to the low cap gems we're looking at, interesting setups, that kind of thing. Link to join that will be down in the description below. We will also be giving away a hardware wallet randomly to one of the first 100 Patreon members. So, consider supporting us. We really appreciate it. You get access to our VIP Discord, all that kind of thing. Anyone who supports us in any way they can is highly appreciated, whether it's through liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. We highly appreciate it. Have I said highly appreciated enough? All right, folks. Thanks for watching. Take care.